You want to smell my breath? Ah, I miss you.
Yeah, man.
That's hot shit right there, man.
So what we gonna do? We gonna dub.
News networks are not even getting clicks like that. So this shows like there's an opportunity for this, what we're doing here on this show.
Look up something to back check, kind of like cross reference.
It's
Yeah,
a precursor.
I should put the.
You say you look that shit up. That's the name of your show.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what really drew me in.
Remember, we want you to be an activist, and don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Pulley. Hope I don't get in trouble for playing that last video. I probably shouldn't have played that shit. I'm always testing the damn waters, bro. That shit gonna get me.
You are now
Who and what are we gonna complain about tonight?
You are now
This is copyright.gov, U.S. Copyright Office. More information on fair use. Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research as examples of activities that may qualify as fair use. Section 107 calls for consideration of the following 4 factors in evaluating a question of fair use: purpose and character of the use, including whether the use of the commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes, nature of the copyrighted work, amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Okay, so anything I use for you guys, hit me up if you want me to remove it, edit it, or whatever. Nothing is used to infringe on anybody's intellectual property. I don't intend on doing that, and I don't intend on profiting from anyone's intellectual property. So I'm glad to edit or delete anything that's any of my videos that I've used of anybody. So that's it.
Like you just never know, bro. Life is so precious, bro. And and people say, oh, material things aren't important. But I mean, and I get that, but at the same time, we're here.
Dime qué tú quieres, papi.
I didn't know that you realized that.
What are you thinking about? Rolling a blunt? Taking a pee break? What are you doing?
One, two, 1, 2.
1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. A mic check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. It's time to check the mic and best to bet I'm about to wreck it to the leather. Jealous people hate but don't debate, just check my measures. Electric by design, I even shine in stormy weather. Attempt to meddle and tether this mental treasure, and you find yourself embedded in the chasm in the desert. Thirsting for hydration, no libation, empty kettle. Take it to another level, add the bullet and the shovel. Got you on the bubble, double trouble. See you stumbled, and it's about to get repugnant like a kitten in the rumble. Quick to fluff and tumble, best be humble when we come through, cause I have you stiffing under. Mama wonder where you went to.
1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. What you gon' do? It's the KCE crew. We making you look like Fu Manchu. Proper grasshopper who with the kung fu. Cut and slice nice like Benny Hanna do. Take quick bites like the tip of a piranha tooth. Go ahead and steal my mic, watch it blow up right in front of you. We coming to give you something good like some Beetlejuice. Give you something good like some Beetlejuice. Who do you think you are? You ain't gonna get real far. Driving your shifty car, following Diddy farts. I'ma be a Twitter star. I'ma be a Twitter star. Keep dreaming about how big you are, cause we about to pick apart everything that's in your heart. Control and leave you torn to shards. Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte. Selling junk like San Francisco. Wax on, wax off Daniel, son. Selling junk like San Francisco.
1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I'm tripping cause my mind's gone from always seeing tragedies. Can't close my eyes cause it's around me, I just call it reality. Can't paint no perfect picture like an artist they can't sell. It's what they try to instill in me, but my pockets seem to swell. Doing it like them ghetto boys did it back in those days. And we been jamming Pippin Bun, long live UGK. And before Eminem, we had Bill and Gangsta Nip. But we don't trip unless we on the plane taking a trip. And these suckers trying to contest us, but they find out we ain't no busters. We much more than screw, we keep it gutter. Mic check 1 2, y'all cannot touch us. We don't be causing no problem, son. Coming at me like Daniel's son. You would get defeated, wax on, wax off, out to the righteous one.
1 2 1 2. That's mic check. 1 2 1 2. You already know. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Dude, I could blink my eyes and provide an entire fountain of sound effects pounding directly on your neck, having flashbacks of the tragic act back when the boom bap was replaced with pop rap or hip hop or whatever you call that. We need a lockbox or something to keep this weak pox from spreading. I'm heading outside of the outsiders, opening your mind wider. Silly rabbits are at it again, but they can't hide us. Sit tight, Mr. Hip Hop. We'll find your daughter. Ought to be easy. She emits a homing frequency. We picked it up back in '98, and we're actually surprised that it took us so long to triangulate her exact location. But congratulations, check it out. We about to get her right now. We already found the captors, trapped them and slapped them bound. Just burn the hideout to the ground.
Yeah, a 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let's make it hot. A 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2.
And now, another major production.
I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Yeah, hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. Yeah, forget the $1 million mission. Sometimes I just want to go fishing instead of physically grinding in the trenches. Finding me using my knowledge, intuition. Yeah, Chaka not talking while he so distant. Yeah, Chaka be talking but they don't listen. Yeah, he's sitting, his brain pumping like a piston. I've been chasing the twilight, now I've been bitten. The city's in my sights as if I was a pigeon. Your role is cast, your dialogue is written, it's past control. You're like a Sims minion, what to do now but roam around in and out of buildings. Seemingly living, touching ceilings, but there's no feeling. Willing and dealing, but really there's no winning. I'm sinning and sinning, so what I'm defending stuff's like prison, stuck in the life out of rivers. I'm about to tell you what the real is, Deep down inside you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some cricket. Yeah, hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just getting money is not always the business. They say they do it for the money and the power. I'm just trying to get some peace in the shower. Protect what's mine without being a coward. Watch loved ones take time to breathe in the flowers. I've seen these G's get knee deep in powder because he needs to succeed in ours. Fuck your lifestyle, it's weak and it's sour. Fuck your lifestyle, it's weak and it's sour. Watch I come through and do like I do. Watch he come through and lose like he do. I'm a Hebrew, he just evil. We both hate people and church steeples. One thing certain, demons lurking. They be stressing, we be surfing. She be twerking and it look like it's hurting. I be perping, close the curtain. They give you lithium to get rid of that shit? I'm about to tell you what the real is, Deep down inside you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some cricket. Yeah, hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just getting money is not always the business. I'm about to tell you what the real is, Deep down inside you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some cricket. Yeah, hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just getting money is not always the business. Yeah, you boys think you real. What is real? Whatever it is, it's not you. For real. You know what I'm saying? KCE, we coming. It's the takeover, bitch. Y'all ain't ready. This is some whole new shit. For real.
Choose your destiny.
Don't rap angry!
It's time to raise the bar. I'm finna set the pace. Straight gangsterism like my homie Mr. Scarface. Come step in our place, we treat you like a car chase. On you niggas bumpers, keep it jumping over far states. Buy out the bar, great, your money like a shirt date. Call you strawberry, cause I eat you like a shirt cake. Your click is bird cake, the other half is shark bait. Swimming through my water, meet your slaughter on this dark day. You niggas start late, I beat you out the starting gate. By the time you finish the race, I'm at my place watching Martin Lake. Those under par hate my lyrics and my star shape, but it's not for nothing I keep busting till a war break. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. I keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. I keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. I keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. I keep my shit hard for my customers.
I'm a forever grind, I got them clever rhymes. My shit toxic, burn like betadine. He wanna hit the lab, the nigga got it bad. Pop shit, spit, tell that nigga never mind. My eyes blind and shine, you said that 7 times. Hit the light switch, come up with some better lines. Don't trip, this is not rap shit. This is life, bitch, strike quick with the force that sever minds. You niggas get your math, you better watch your path. Cause this ag ass nigga bout to make a splash. You pussy niggas stink and need to take a bath. Heed what I speak, JC reach out and touch your slacker ass. Copy men can't comprehend shit. I'ma have to make them stay after class. Go ahead and follow the fad. Use a hoe. Maybe now you can have a reality show. How to act a ass. I want the industry to stay mad at me. Rip your spine out your back. Fatality. Stop your cardiac automatically. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. Keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. Keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. Keep my shit hard for my customers. I'm a hustler, use a bitch fraud and I'm a muscle, yeah. Keep my shit hard for my customers.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? How y'all feel? Remember, we want you to be an activist and don't take our word for it. Look that shit up, please. Man, after all these years, that last song that came on, it gets me crunk, man. It gets me all hyped.
You should have seen me in here. I'm like, okay, well, I ain't heard that one.
That song gets me hype every time, man. It's really old song, but the vibe was there that day.
Yeah.
What was
Who was the chick? She kind of fire.
That's my sister. That's Alifa. The same one that gets on the show. Yeah. I only have one.
Okay.
Well, I have a half sister and a half brother, but I guess we can explain that another time. Yeah, it's a celebration, man. It's a celebration. I just realized that we're over a year doing the show. Does it feel like it?
Well, I'm new.
Man, you've been here almost the whole time, though. And it's really over. Yeah, it is really over a year. It's really over a year. I don't know when the actual anniversary happened because my brain and I can go back and look at it right now, but I know we're over a year.
Well, this is a good time to celebrate, I guess you could say, for the energy's high, like there's a lot of things going on in the cosmos. Shoot, I guess we're past 4th of July, but that's still. I don't know. I don't know if it's something we should celebrate or not. Us giving Europeans their independence. That's more for them, but us as indigenous people, we're the ones that gave them their independence. So I guess it's not really for us to celebrate.
So maybe I can steal some of that energy, you know what I'm saying, into this celebration of the show,
Yeah. Well, let's roll with it. What's the plan?
Well, I already got a plan for the show because I planned the whole week out. So, but we could go look at some older videos. I was thinking about that, but I don't know how much the audience is gonna really attach to that. So I'm gonna push that towards the end.
Get out of the
So
way, people.
yeah, so and then like I put my cash up there, so like yeah, 100-year anniversary. If y'all want to support the show, King Chaka ENT cash
Where
app,
them dollars at? Where them
go ahead
dollars at?
go ahead and do that. Man, I was thinking about it when I was driving. I was like, man, I really think that this content is super underrated, man. I think that we're mad like slept on. I really
Well,
do.
but I mean, but that's I mean, that's kind of what happens. But it'll be a total wave before you know it. Because I mean, you know, all it's gonna take is the cool kids to actually stop, not be embarrassed to share some stuff that's gonna be good for everybody else around them. Or if you want to call it the nerds, because I mean, those kind of interchange to me. The cool kids are really the nerds to me.
Yeah, exactly. Tuh. Yeah, I'm the nerd. They call me nerd all the time, but it's okay. I got the glasses on and everything. It's all good. I'll accept that. So then, if you think I'm a nerd, then listen to some of the stuff I'm saying, because I probably know some stuff that you don't. And it's not no offense on anybody. It's just that I read a lot of freaking books. That's all. That's all. That's all. Any other guy that read a lot of books is gonna say the same thing, and we're gonna compare notes.
Yeah, and I mean, I do some reading, but a lot of my knowledge actually comes from experiences, and of course, like just my ability to tap in on information and decipher it on my own. Like you can call it opinions if you like, but you tell me how many times I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, there's always a balance. People talk about street knowledge, and then you talk about like, kind of like divine knowledge, and then there's like academic knowledge. So it's like, you know, the most successful person is gonna have a mix of those,
Eh,
and they're gonna
well,
draw from that, to lead their life in. Um,
yeah,
because they talk about the guy who has book sense, and then they talk about the guy who has street sense. You
and
know,
yeah, the guy that has a combination of both, I guess, is you know, I
yeah,
don't know.
because
I mean,
if the book sense guy get caught up in the streets, then he ain't gonna know the rules of the streets. He gonna get caught up. He gonna get chewed up. And it goes the other way around for the street dude that ends up in a, whatever the proper setting, if you will. I mean, I don't know what's the right terminology to call it, a corporate environment, and he gonna get chewed up, ate like by the sharks, because that's what it is. It's freaking buzzards at the table, man. And anybody know what
and,
out there know
and
what I'm
I
talking about.
and honestly, those are the biggest gangsters, bro.
I'm telling you, they gonna snatch the crumbs, bruh. The
And I've been,
Skeksis.
bro, and
Y'all,
I've been in every aspect of it, bro. I'm gonna tell you,
man, me too.
they
That's why I'm saying I've been
they
around.
they stab you in the back with a smile on their
Yeah,
face.
they'll be
Like,
your friend. They'll be literally your friend. But when whatever hits the fan, if it comes to their career or even just a couple more dollars on their fucking check, bruh, they'll cut your
well,
neck.
that friend is a big word. I don't, like they portray a friendship, because I mean those are really like you in a working situation. Those are really associates. None of those people are really your friend.
Y'all
None
remember
of them.
that? Y'all remember that movie, The Dark Crystal? Um, I don't. I'm scared to pull it up. I hope
But
y'all know what I'm
no,
talking about. The Dark Crystal. It was like who did it? The guy who did the Muppets. He did that. It was a movie, and it was puppets. It was puppets. It was a puppet movie.
I
But
can't think. Why can't I think of his name right now? That should
yeah, I
like
can't think.
that should
T-
just roll
I,
off my tongue.
Me too. I keep wanting to say Tim Burton, but that's not who it is. It's right on the tip of my tongue. He did all of
Yeah.
that shit. And anyway, so he did this movie called The Dark Crystal, And it was so cool, man. It's so cool. Like as far as the idea of it, the writing of it, it was great. And it was like these two peoples, and they were like split apart, and they were suffering, and the world was dying and stuff. And for things to come to get back right, these two entities had to come together because and then they became like light. They wasn't even like physical beings no more. Like they had become these like animals. You know what I'm saying? One half of them looked like buzzards. They looked like some kind of bird, and they were like the bad ones, and they called them the Skeksis. They were the ones who embraced the darkness. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the other ones. They kind of look like what the fuck did they look like? Damn it! What do they look like? I guess some kind of elephant or I don't know what the hell they looked like, but they were like monks and they were like straight on the light end spectrum of things. But they were just halves of a whole. You know what I'm saying? And they were all dying off because each time one would die on either side, the other one would die.
Well,
The counterpart of that one.
but what made them what made them split in the first place? If the whole point was for them to come together, what was the purpose of them splitting?
They had did some dark they were fighting. They fought with themselves and they split themselves apart. Basically, let me see if I can pull it up because I done damn talked about it
That
way too
that
much
that
for
that
y'all to
that,
not know.
that'll be some shit. Some Siamese twins arguing and slap the shit out of itself, and now they're separated.
Oh, you guys, can I play this trailer, you guys, without y'all freaking destroying my life?
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna play the trailer, y'all. We gonna risk
If
it.
it if you having that thought you probably should just like not even worry about it.
I'm gonna play it. This is from. It's Jim
Cause see,
Henson. That's his
they
name.
Jim Henson. That's exactly what. Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, and I, they always shut off my like YouTube is my thing. They always go for the YouTube, and it's never freaking Facebook or Twitch or Twitter, some other shit that I don't mess with. But go ahead.
I know that sucks. That's what makes it bad. Let me see if they have a description of the movie. It says Master Muppeteers Jim Henson and Frank Oz co-direct the classic fantasy film that tells the mythical tale of Jin, the last of the Gethling race, who is charged with healing the crystal of truth after its mutilation ushered in an era of terror at the hands of the wicked Skeksis. Jin must find a missing shard in the observatory of an ancient astronomer before the Skeksis are given the power to rule for all eternity.
Okay. I don't know. I still would need to watch it to really.
Man, I'm scared to play it. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Deuce, Deuce,
yeah. I mean, I don't
did
know
you
how
see the
much the
Dark
trailer.
Crystal? Tell me you've seen it.
Who?
If
The
you have to
Dark
say the
Crystal.
Who, you don't know.
He
Nah,
might
I
not
mean,
have heard you right.
Oh,
I just came in, like literally, so it was like chopping up.
Yeah,
yeah,
you didn't give him a real chance to really get into his listening mode.
the
The
Dark
the Dark
Crystal
Crystal.
by Jim Henson. It's a Muppet movie.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm not a big mood, bro. Like I'm telling you, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I can only speak for me. Being out here on this road as many years as I have, bro, like I don't know half the shit that's on TV, half the movies that are out, what's in the box office.
Yeah,
Like
no, this
I
is
honestly,
old. This is from the 80s. This is like my
nigga, I was
childhood.
born in the '80s, nigga.
Yeah, so but okay, but that's okay. You know, it was like a cult classic type of movie, man. And a lot of people saw it, but okay, I'm not gonna play it. So, anyways, it's the reason why I brought it up was because we were talking about like the vultures at the table, and I was thinking of the Skeksis because that's like a really good representation of it. It was like these little mammal creatures that they let run across the table, and they would all try to hit it and bash it, and then that's what they would eat. It, and that's how they ate, and it's just a lot of little details like that. But the way that it was written, and the point that they were trying to make, it really touched me. It really touched me. It had a
So is
great
that
great
what that
story.
movie based about?
Uh,
Based on or whatever?
well, I said earlier what it was based on, and then I read the caption under the movie. But it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, it's like it's a Muppet movie. It's puppets. Okay, so it's not serious. You know what I'm saying? It's the story. It's all about the story. That's what you get into. And it was a really good story. And
Okay.
not only was it a good story, I think it meant something in this whole big microcosm that we live in of the universe.
I
So,
got you.
anyways, y'all
I,
check it out when
I
y'all
could have
can.
saw. I don't know, bro.
You probably It was really popular because Jim
It's been
Henson was
so.
the shit at this time. I think he die. I think he died before this came out.
I may have or may not. I mean, offhand, if I had to give you an answer, I would say no. That I haven't. But it's so many movies that I do, from back in the day that seeing. But it's one of them things. If somebody mention it or you see a clip of it, be like, oh, I saw that. Like
Yeah, I probably could, but I'm scared. I don't want to get in trouble. Everybody telling me not to play it, so I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna listen to
yeah,
y'all
don't.
Who is everybody else? I thought I was the only one. Somebody in the
in
comment
the
section.
text. Yeah, see right here.
Okay.
They say not the trailer, only a clip. 15 seconds. So you saw the? Am I the only person that saw this freaking movie, bro?
I'll go offline because I may have seen it and just don't remember
I'm
because
I'm a, I'm
that's
a move.
that's 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 one of those things. I mean,
I'm gonna move on. I didn't got stuck on this. I meant to
I've
just
seen.
mention it as a sidebar to what we were saying, and it turned into a whole thing. So I need to move on. Oh
Hey,
man, I wish y'all had seen that. That's a really big deal to me. Y'all just hurt
but
my
man,
heart.
it just made me realize like that would be a message that I would tell to anybody that's that's wanting to come up in this trucking industry. Because back when I started in '07, internet wasn't broadband the way that it is now, where phones were. And I think that wasn't that long ago. Phones wasn't. Uh,
You breaking up, bro. Breaking up. I can't hear you right now. Yeah. Let me get my mind right. Let me play this right here.
internet service that was stupid expensive in the day. Like they had that shit. So like being out here as long as I have, I ain't been out here as long as most people. But the amount of time that I have been out here, bro, like you
So
kind
you've
of
been out here. You've been in the trucking business for 15 years.
since 2007, bro. So knowing what I know now, I'd be fucking retiring from this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like really, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Like being a truck driver, and being out here on this road by yourself, like you become very reclusive in a sense. You don't even know how to really, it's just me and my wife used to get into these arguments all the time because she would tell me like we go places and we're around people and you just wrinkle your forehead when they talk or the things you talk about is way different from them and here and
Damn, breaking up, bro. You're breaking up.
what am I?
Uh, let me play some Tony Baker right quick. You still breaking up.
Goddamn thing. Hi, may I help you? Let me get back to my customer service desk. I wish my lunch break was 8 hours. Man, I'm sick of these customers thinking they know every goddamn thing. Hi, may I help you?
Man, it's so like that. Anybody in customer service know that those people be talking shit back there behind there, and then when they talk to you, they real nice. That's not real. Trump resigns from his own company. Oh wait, let me talk about what I want to talk about. So it's a few things. It was the UK, the prime minister in the UK. I want to say he resigned like yesterday or something like that.
What?
Boris Yeltsin. I'm gonna pull something up
The
on that
one
so
with
we
the
can be
one with
sure.
the crazy hair.
The crazy hair guy. He's been going through it, and lately he said a comment. Well, first they've been on his ass for the longest about the COVID thing because he had the COVID restrictions and he made everybody, well, he didn't, but I'm just saying. I mean, whatever. They're blaming him that everybody was in quarantine and then he couldn't. Then he went to like a party and shit, and they got video of him going to a party while everybody was locked down. So they really that's how them you're that's how they are over there. They really stuff like that gets them pissed. That got them pissed. But lately there's another comment he made about the watermelon smile of black people, and he said that it wasn't a derogatory comment or something like that, and they're pissed about that one. So I think that one was the last straw for him. So anyways, I want to talk a bit about him. The economic woes in Ghana. I wanted to talk about that because we mentioned yesterday about the DRC and what's going on over there, and Ghana is right outside. And I think there's a connection there: Rwanda, Ghana, DRC, and also with the Ukraine Russia thing. So I want to look into that a bit today, and whatever
Okay.
else pops up.
Well, I'm here, man. For at least for the most part, I'm
All
got
right.
a what 4:30 4 o'clock 4:30 appointment. So I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, but
They say they did Spidey wrong. Oh man, see, I couldn't see that photo. I'm gonna keep it moving though. I don't want to jump into it just yet. I think I had some. Let me see.
does where's Deuce? Does he know that we celebrating?
Oh, I don't know if he heard that part. The 100 year, the
Celebrating what?
1 year anniversary of the show. The show's been on for over a year now.
Oh man, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man. Both of y'all pretty much. Well, Pat was here earlier, but been here almost the whole time.
That's what's up, bro.
Let me read this one.
Congrats.
It says historically, the most terrible thing, war, genocide, and slavery, have resulted not from disobedience, but from obedience. Howard Zinn.
Wait a minute, repeat that again.
Historically, the most terrible things, war, genocide, and slavery, have resulted not from disobedience, but from obedience.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, if you, yeah, I would agree. Because I mean, shoot, we were minding our business. We was following nature. We were doing what the laws of the universe or God or let's just say just following nature. And then before you know it, here comes you know somebody telling us or trying to tell us or mad at us. Really, the hate. It was really just a bunch of hate. Like y'all over here enjoying life like this and stuff. Nah, look, we you
Yeah,
know.
but I get what you're saying. But the quote is talking about how like people follow orders, and we talked about Hitler yesterday, and you got the SS fighters, who put the Jews on the trains and shit like that. They're just following orders, and a lot of those people didn't. agree with what they were doing, but they were afraid, so they did it because they felt like they had to or whatever. They were given these orders. You get what I'm saying? So that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay, I
What?
didn't see it that way because I see it like, I mean, most if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing or doing what was right.
Yeah, but then in your example, it's obedience to who? Obedience to nature, God, the universe, or obedience to your freaking admiral, your captain.
I got my ass whooped for doing what I was told. What you talking about?
Yeah. So, well, this is a serious quote, I think, because it's like you have to think about it, because this is what causes everything. That's why I wanted to highlight this, is because all the really horrible stuff that happens, it happens out of people, following orders. Y'all get what I'm saying? They know that they're doing wrong, but they feel like they have to because they were given this order.
And
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's better them than themselves.
Right. Exactly. And so, like, it's kind of like the conforming thing. When people just conform because they're like the saying, when in Rome, just do as the Romans. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a subtext to that quote. It's like you doing fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the subtext to that. It's like, okay, you're doing horrible shit, but hey, we're in Rome. Everybody over here does fucked up shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get down with that.
That's what I'm saying. So when that SS fighter had that order, though, to herd these people onto these trains, he had to make a decision. He had to either follow the order or not. And if he didn't follow the order, that probably meant his death. That probably meant him getting on a train with them.
Mm-hmm.
That probably meant him getting beat ass too, like that little kid say.
So, but that's how power works. You know what I'm saying? Power forces you to conform.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me read some comments.
Not all power, but because I think it's based on how you recognize or how you see power. But that's just semantics. That's what I'm saying. I know what you mean when you're saying that, but as far as real power, the power of the universe does not ask you to do anything wrong or negative, which all comes from. But
let me read this one. It says, slaves never freed themselves, not in Rome, not in Greece, not in Civil War, nor today. Who will come to our rescue?
Nah, I say I that's not true.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. But that was the comment
You got to
underneath
free
this.
yourself. You got to free yourself, and knowing what freedom is, and how to obtain it. That's the real secret. Really understanding, because I mean, most people, like, they think that because somebody wrote some shit down in the damn Constitution, now you free. No, I mean, you obviously still hadn't read the damn Constitution, because it don't even say you're free. I mean, go back and look at the 13th, 14th Amendment, where it recognizes you. See if there's free anywhere there.
Oh shit! This right here. Let me play this first. We was talking about this or something similar to this on the show a couple of times. Let me play this.
On a small scale, like the Victory Garden movement, we wouldn't have to rely on the industrial food supply. It can actually be quite easy to grow food. It's all about building soil, healthy living soil, which gives you healthy plants. Jim uses no fertilizers, very minimal irrigation, no chemicals, thriving on neglect. This is a very urban setting, being right here in the city. This can be done on scale. This can be scaled to multi-acre if you wanted to. If you have a community or a team, you can do this at any size. Nasturtium on cabbages, on kales. Jim grows about 50 different varieties of lettuce, and he's going to be heading up to Maine here soon. He's a nomadic farmer, farming half the year in Florida, half the year in Maine. message to y'all is we can all do this, grow food, not grass. So all this talk about food shortages and this and that on the news, guys, you can be growing your own food. If we all did this on a small scale, like the Victory Garden movement, we wouldn't have to rely on the industrial food supply.
Bing.
He is speaking my language. Look, I'm glad somebody else saying it outside of me.
Bing, bing, bing. Bada boom, bada bing. That's a lot of food right there in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that could feed a few families right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once you stay out in the country and you know a rancher that kills a few cattle a year, few heads of cattle a year, shit, you can buy you a half a cow. You got meat for
Shit,
the whole year,
buy
bro.
the whole cow.
I would just buy some chickens and let them clean my garden.
Clean your garden how?
They're gonna eat the bugs and shit. He said that he didn't use no chemicals, but I grow and bugs are a problem, especially outside. So you have to do something. They talk about stuff like neem oil or whatever, but that'll kind of work. But you got so many different kinds of bugs, bro. And his stuff looks good. It looks like it must have been. I ain't gonna lie. It looks like it's been sprayed because it looks too good. You know what I'm saying? The bugs are gonna get you. They're gonna get you, and they're gonna
Well,
eat up your food, and you're gonna be mad.
he said
Can't even
he's in
see them,
Florida.
huh?
Says he's in Florida, huh?
Oh, I missed that part. I didn't. He said, "Oh yeah,"
Yeah.
he said, "One up north half the year and down south the other half." I remember him saying that from the
Yeah.
clip, but I don't remember where. And I was thinking about that too. That's so fucking smart because you can fucking grow year round if you got. But then I guess you got to have land on, But then if you're working with a community, if you could just like set something up with different communities, then you could do that without actually having to own land in these different places, because the communities can come together and do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah, I
know.
know about the ex-football player that
Yeah,
turned down the major contract to become a farmer, and he supplies like I think they said it's been supplies hundreds of thousands of pounds of food every year to food banks.
yeah. I saw that.
And then him and his wife got like a bunch of kids, bro. Like they that's what they want. That's what he made his money, made what he was gonna make, and retired. Left like a huge contract on the table, retired, and bought up a bunch of land. I think over in the Carolinas somewhere, Georgia or Carolina somewhere, and yeah, man, he owns cattle and everything, and he's a farmer. I think. Yeah.
And you know what else is in the news? Some people are mad at Bill Gates buying farmland. Where is it at?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
he's been buying
recently,
that shit everywhere. Arkansas, Louisiana, Arkansas,
yeah, but recently they're like
Iowa,
suing them.
Nebraska.
It's in the news right now. One of the
Yeah, I
states.
know. I saw it earlier today. I forget what state it is, but
Yeah, but he been doing it all over. So so this dude buying up all this farmland. So I
but
mean,
the problem is what he's planning to do with the farmland that he's getting,
that's
because
scary.
like
So we need to be buying some damn farmland. We need to be putting our
That motherfucker, he
community
putting
together,
vaccines in his plants.
1,000%, one
because I
thousand
don't,
percent.
because I don't trust in the stuff that's coming off of his farms. I mean, what
Hell
is
Oh,
he
that
no.
doing?
motherfucker. He putting vaccines in his farms.
Ex- uh,
Like you
and
got
while people might try to make
vaccinated
a joke
plants
about,
and shit, bro.
yeah, while people are trying to will make a joke out of that, that's 1,000% what's gonna happen. Like trying to put, because like these are nanoparticles that they can actually put in the the soil that'll grow into the plants, or like even after it's grown, after the plant comes, and they can shoot those little particles right into the fruit or the vegetable. Like that's what the technology is saying. Like that's what people are actually saying is his plan. So
Yeah, I think it's
you
simpler than that. I think it's simpler than that. It's just like in the future, It's gonna be water and food. You see how this shit is deteriorating. Water and food. Those are gonna be money gonna be out the window. The cash, your credit cards, all that shit's gonna be trash. Even your car, trash.
No, no,
Water
I'm not.
and
I'm not gonna
food.
go that. I'm not gonna go that far. I mean, we got to real like this is like they did not create this system. We did, and we're the ones that really have more uh, power. That when we realize that you know we're the ones who actually like we can take control as soon as we realize who we are. The majority still don't know who we are. So that's where the problem lies.
So that's why
And the
I'm
ones
here.
and the ones that do know, a lot of them aren't doing anything politically to change it. They just talking
Yeah.
about it.
And that's why we're here. So hopefully we can get some ignition. And at some point, like this, since it's the year anniversary, we can talk about this for a second. But I'm like, eventually, a lot of people talk about just talking. You know what I'm saying? But we need to be active in the community. So the reason why my whole idea for this was to start to build a community through online. Right? We already, me, you, and Deuce, like are kind of a community, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of staying glued together kind of through this
Well,
show.
also, I
And
mean, because I mean, I don't want to leave out Doc and Brendan
right,
and
Elliot, I
uh,
mean many other names. But
yeah,
but that's what we're building. And then
Amina. Even though I kind of miss Amina, but maybe she'll come back at some point.
hopefully I think I made her mad. So but anyways, what I
Amina, if you're listening, to hell with whatever look, we miss you, and don't make everybody else suffer because of you know
I'm an asshole cuz yeah.
Damn,
all
bro,
right.
what you do to piss me now? Bad. God dang.
Huh?
I
Nah,
you know,
nah, you don't have to talk about that, bro. Go ahead with
it
what you were saying.
yeah, it is what it is. So what I'm saying is first is building this connection and then going into the community and building fucking community centers and shit, like actually building
Man, screw all that.
infrastructure,
So I mean, we could do the community centers, but honestly, like
institutions. I'm just giving a community center as an example, but we have to build institutions, physical places to
but
bring the community together.
well, honestly, like I mean, as soon as we own something, like I have some land, like breaking ground and growing some shit,
And
like
that's what I mean. All of that stuff, like organizing the community. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Getting people to do, or
But the thing
better.
about it is, our communities, our communities that we talk about today, are not owned by any minority. Not any minorities that look like us. You know what I'm
A
saying?
small
If it
percentage.
is a
Yeah.
very small percentage of it, but the blocks that motherfucker talking about, oh, I die for my block, this, that shit is owned by a white man that's not even from Texas.
But it don't
You
even
feel me?
matter.
Like,
But it
but
don't
what
even
I'm saying
matter
is like, how can
because
we go in if we don't own that property, we don't own that land, but we see, okay, we got the money, there's this building here, and then they figure out, okay, what we're trying to do for it, do
Well,
with
let's
it.
go- let's
That
let's go
motherfucker,
take
the
let's go take over. Let's go take over some of it.
yeah, and like I'm saying, the communities can do what they want, especially once they learn stuff, they learn the codes, they learn whatever the restrictions are, whatever, and they find their ways around it if that's what they have to do. When they come
yeah,
together as a community and say, "Hey, we want to have a garden out here," and then they be like, "Nah, y'all can't do that." But then everybody in the damn building or everybody on the block is on that shit, then they gonna have to do it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So dudes can be renting forever, but they can still uplift their life. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
By
I want one of the things that I say, because I mean, in a situation like that, I would be like, I would, I'm more of the like in my corporate years, I learned more so. Don't ask for permission, ask for
right,
forgiveness.
right. I learned that too the hard way, and you get way more done that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's lighten it up because I done got all emotional. This one it says, "I will rather visit 4 countries in 2 weeks than feed 600 people at my wedding." What do y'all think about that? I
Yeah,
100%,
it's,
I
Bro,
hundred
I
percent
hundred
agree.
percent agree, dog. Because your wedding, you're paying to get married, plus you're paying for everybody else to come there, and half the motherfuckers ain't gonna give you no gift.
shoot. Y'all should have came to my wedding because guess what? I had people bring shit. Like I'm from the country, and that's how we get down. Like you know what I'm saying.
It's a
Our
potluck.
celebration. Yeah, like
Hey, bro, me and my wife.
and then what was good because I mean my wife was like she was not she's Nigerian, so her family and friends they were bringing Nigerian dishes and this that and the other, and then my family they're bringing Louisiana, you know whatever all these different little things and shit.
I ain't gonna
We
lie,
had a
that's cool
ball.
as hell. Cause I know country people and they proud of their food, so they gonna be they got pleasure from that too. I'm sure
Yeah,
to
but
get to
see,
watch
like
other people eat their food.
Oh my goodness.
my
Yeah.
Well,
wife
I
and
mean,
I have, we don't have no no mothers and all that shit. So that's just like when we get ready to renew, I'm like, look, we never had
well,
a proper wedding. I
well, yeah. Well, I'm
I'd
saying
like
my
to go to
auntie, cause
Punta
like,
Cana and on the beach and renew it with me, her, and our kids, and maybe a close couple of friends and relatives that are around that can afford to go. Other than
yeah.
that, it'll just be me, her, and the kids, bro.
But see, but that's how it is. Like, I mean, where I'm from, I mean, like our tradition, like we're still like, I mean, yeah, we're they like I guess United States, most for the most part they're United States citizens, but they still really kind of like live like what I was assume like the indigenous people live, like our traditions and stuff. And it's not like, like it's like okay, look, such and such they want to get married, this, that, and the other. Because, we went to the justice of the peace and then we came back to the house and bam, like the food, like my aunties are like, you know like I have multiple mothers, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it's like. So when something go down, everybody turn up. But
I already know. I bet you that food was delicious. I ain't gonna lie. That was probably better than catering, probably because how you gonna get food, some home cooked Big Mama food from a catering place?
you can't, like, and bro, people loved it, man. Like it was like, for it to be as simple as it was, like this was like real down home. Is somebody trying to play a record? Because it sounds like
I think that's Goose in his cars driving by you or something. I've been hearing that too. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that was me. My bad, bro.
nah. No,
I
it sounded like somebody's getting ready to start the beginning, like when you put the needle on the record. That's what it sounded like to me. But, but yeah, man.
Let me play this post right here because this is funny. It's talking about like cute studs. Hold on. My stud queen.
You stupid.
Talking about my stud queens. I told y'all the summer is gonna be star studded. Let me guess, Drake, here you go bugging again. Y'all seen that, right? That's just a video. Okay, we'll explain this one.
Yes, I am a stud, bro. But what, like, what studs? We can't be bisexual?
You show the fuck can. Okay? Yes, you can. We can figure it out together. All right? Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all want me to keep saying something to y'all. That's what y'all want. Now I'm gonna do it too. But did he say I can't stop? I won't stop. Okay, go ahead. Play another one.
He's so stupid.
Brother starving. Brother starving.
You stupid.
Man, I ain't never won a bowl of cereal so bad in my goddamn life. Bring it back. Brother starving.
You stupid.
Fam, I'm out. You good? Don't matter.
He done took his shirt.
Stupid. Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all want me. I want y'all. I love my stuff. Stop playing.
Anyways, that shit funny to me. That shit had me rolling earlier when I saw that.
Well, I don't know. I saw some kind of post on YouTube where the some was it something like I forget the girl name Kendra, I don't know, some chick was talking about some a feminine, what was it, what they call it, a feminine, like I guess the lesbian that's supposed to be the dude, but she's feminine.
Shit, I don't
I
know.
don't. I don't know what they call. I mean, I don't. You know, I don't. Look. I don't. I don't learn my lesson over time. Like I don't fool with them.
The confusion.
Well, I'm just saying. Like I mean, if you know, like that, they ain't. Look, they not serious about like like they. If you gay and you playing both sides of the fence, like you ain't you'll never be loyal.
Yeah, maybe, and sometimes they're over here, and then sometimes they're over there.
Exactly. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? That's not loyal, bro. Like I mean, you ain't gonna have no real relationship with these women. And I mean, look, you want to go and have be with them for fun or something like that. Yeah, I mean that's probably what is more. You know, I mean, what they're be good for. But I mean, if they even let you in their bedroom, which what they, because I'm telling you, bro, they you're never gonna have a solid relationship with
Well, how
a
long?
female.
I mean, everybody gonna stay together like forever? It was. I had a
No,
table today that they were celebrating their 50th anniversary, and I asked the guy. I was like, "So, after 50 years, do you still like her?" No, no, no. I said, "After 50 years, do y'all still like each other?" That's what I said. And the guy, he immediately said, "I love her," like right away. And the lady, she said, sometimes." After
okay.
thinking about it for a moment.
Well, I mean, I think that in a marriage, bro, like usually a lot of times
But
the man usually gives a little bit more. You know, like
well,
I can count on my fingers how many times my wife has actually asked me how my day was. You know, I was just talking to an older guy about that shit. You know, and I was like, bro, is it just me or is this? You know, and he was like, dude, not. He was like, man, a lot of times it just don't happen. That this.
yeah, I mean it's every now and again they will ask, you know, when they think about it, because I mean, you know, like they got so many other things they're thinking about for themselves and maybe the kids and this, that,
Well,
and
I
the
think
other.
that
That
has to do with once y'all been together for a long time. It's like I already know what you're doing. Why am I asking what you're doing? Like I know you. Like I could probably imagine what you're
Yeah,
doing
but
in
you
my
can still
mind.
ask some. But you can still ask, say, hey, babe, how's your day going? You know, like it's good to
yeah,
check
I
in
mean
on each other
it's
mentally.
courtesy.
And most times, yeah, most times, I'm not gonna say all women, but I can definitely say in my marriage, I can count on my hands, like you know, like how many
Wait,
times she's
your
actually
mic.
said,
Wait, your mic
how's
kind of
your day?"
low. Do you have the thing by your mouth or whatever? You got your headpiece on?
Nah, bro. I don't know. I left my other headset at home, I think. So I'm on this little bullshit one.
I hear him pretty good though.
Yeah, I could tell his sound quality is not like normal.
Yeah, I left it at home, dude. They changed my
Well,
start time. I had to leave the house super early the other day. So last
well,
Sunday or Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
well. Look, Chaka, you were talking about a heterosexual couple. That's yeah. I'm not. That's you know. That's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah. I mean, but I'm talking about, you know, if you a guy trying to date a female that likes females, like she, first of all, she don't she's at the least confused, or she's a user, because like most females that's lesbian, they let like they that's what they want with women, but women that date women and men, they're usually users.
Yeah, I just don't think that you can look at it as different because people are people, and it's like their sexual preference and different spectrums of wherever the hell they are on how they are as a person is what determines if they're going to be loyal or not or whatever. So, but what about
Yeah, no, no, they can be loyal people, but like I said, if it's a lesbian and she a lesbian, she'll end up being loyal to her female uh friend, or you know, whoever she's with. A lesbian that deals with men and women, is never gonna be loyal to either one. It's whoever's feeding the pot.
Yeah, I can't co-sign that. Let me play
You just don't want to.
Jay Lethal right here. I don't know what he's gonna say, so hopefully this is not too crazy.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave the
it's
link
Jay
below
Lethal.
for my new. Hey y'all, just so you know, my channel recently got a strike. My YouTube channel got a strike on it, so I'm gonna leave the link below for my new channel. I created a new channel. I still have my original channel, but I'm creating a backup YouTube channel. So please follow the link below. The channel is called The Receipt King. I'm gonna say it again. The Receipt King is the channel, but you're not gonna be able to find it from the search. So press the link below or copy the link below, and please subscribe to my new channel. I'm going to try to go live in a few days on that channel. I have to wait like 2 days before I can go live. So I'm going to try to go live on that channel, and we'll see what's up. But please subscribe to this channel down in the bar, please. I know it's fucked up, but just please.
My nigga Jay Lethal.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna miss it because I won't know how to search. I usually catch him like when I see it. When he's going live, I have my notifications and I'll see it. But other than that, I'm probably not gonna find it.
I think I'm gonna get into it now. Which one do we want to go to first? What did I say? Oh, I have to look that up. I don't even have that ready. But that'll be more fun. Let me look that up. UK. Y'all give me a second. This is me looking shit up on the fly. Hold on.
So, hey Pat, have you gave any more thought into doing your own thing with the flatbed?
With the what?
Have you gave any more thought of starting your own authority with your flatbed?
Uh, you know, I mean that's something I'm definitely considering. But I think potentially if I start, the first authority that I probably will start would be the brokerage, like starting a brokerage um company first. Because I mean with the trucking, I mean right now I'm just at one truck. It's no, my setup is good enough for that for now, because I'm really trying to build some other things that where I know, like me sitting around being at home or something, like something that I can make money from, just without me having to drive around the country, or like I could do that with minimal investment. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I probably will at some point, but that's not right now. What's that noise?
I'm not sure. It's pretty quiet in my truck.
Huh?
That's
Your
probably
little
Chaka.
brother?
I say that's probably Chaka.
Yeah, your little brother done left his mic on. He thinks he muted.
Did you want to take a washed-up television cop whose blurred sense of fact and fiction led him into a tangled romance with the last Antonio murderer.
Oh, we gotta listen to
And
his news
spent the
playing in the
rest of
background.
his life in and out of prison.
Yeah.
You sit it in and wait.
Yeah.
Freeloaded 20-something who has now been intimately involved in 3 We want government roots for violent past, not only
Better
Homeowners
hurry
like
up and come
Chaco.
back for them robots. Pick up on that news segment he watching.
You know what I'm saying? And he gonna get banned.
Oh,
Chaka.
I'm here. My bad. uh,
You realize what you did?
what did I do?
You left and your mic was like picking up everything across the house, the news, everything that was
Damn, I hope I don't get no strike for that.
that's exactly what Deuce was saying. Yeah, you better hurry up before them AI bots
Damn, and I just
pick it up.
fucking tried to clear my screen and it's fucking froze up. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I meant to hit mute, but it was a quick decision I made. Probably because opening the door and shit. Anyways, Boris Johnson apparently did resign.
It might be a good thing.
I'm gonna share. I lost my green screen. I'll play with it in a second. Let me play this first.
Like Boris Johnson. The British Prime Minister says he's stepping down after a string of salacious scandals and a wide-scale rebellion within his own government. His announcement caps off an astonishing fall from grace for a politician who once looked poised to dominate British politics on the right for years to come. Today, Prime Minister Johnson delivered a brief resignation speech outside number 10 Downing Street, thanked his supporters, refused to apologize for the scandals that brought him down, but he acknowledged that he couldn't carry on as Prime Minister.
I know that there will be many people who are relieved, and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world. But them's the breaks. Even if things can sometimes seem dark now, our future together is golden. Thank you all very much.
And with that, the Johnson era nears a close after 3 tumultuous years in power. As his remaining supporters applauded him, a large crowd gathered outside number 10 to boo the Prime Minister. Johnson.
Look, I wouldn't apologize either.
According to Bloomberg, he joked to his staff that he acted like a Japanese soldier fighting in the woods after the end of World War II by trying to cling to power last night before realizing this morning he had to go. Johnson's resignation comes after an extraordinary 48 hours in British politics. Unprecedented, really. At least 59 officials in his own government resigned since Tuesday. They all said, every one, that they no longer had confidence in the Prime Minister's leadership. Johnson appointed a new cabinet to replace all the ones who had stepped down in protest. Last month, Boris Johnson survived a no-confidence vote over what they call across the pond Partygate. Investigators found that he and his staff hosted parties at number 10 while the country was on strict lockdown. But the final straw, that was when Johnson hired a deputy chief whip for his party, who was accused of and under investigation for groping not one, but 2 men. UK officials initially said Johnson wasn't aware of those accusations. But on Monday, a spokesman said the Prime Minister did indeed know. Johnson has since apologized for promoting him, but too late. The Prime Minister may be on the way out, but he's not done yet. Johnson said today he'll serve until his Conservative Party picks a new leader to replace him as Prime Minister.
Man, what is up with that?
What?
The front pages.
My bad. What do y'all think about that? The last straw was some dude grab another dude's butts. That's the last straw. Nah, we can't.
He was grabbing people.
I don't think it was him. It was somebody. That's what they just said. The guy. Somebody he put into his cabinet.
No.
They said
that he didn't realize. He didn't realize those accusations was out there. I think that was the last straw. Why he, because I mean, when everybody was like done with him leaving his cabinet, he redid like he rebuilt his cabinet. He hired new people to fill those spots, and then when the accusations of
This is
him
what the end of the road looks like.
My bad. Go ahead.
him the accusations of him grabbing onto two different men, that's when he was kind of just like, all right, he just that's it. So
You there, Deuce? What you think about that? I want to reset my page. I'm gonna be right back, y'all.
what you think about it, Deuce?
He needs to be gone. He doing all this shit. He done turns his power into 40.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's sick, man. I mean, but you
Look,
know, that shit goes on behind closed doors with them. That's in power. You know, that's just
well,
like it's kind of. I guess you could say off topic, but I was listening to this podcast with Rude Jude, and it's this lady that her husband doesn't know that she does this, but he travels a lot. He's some type of engineer. He goes around the world for oil and gas companies. But she's like dominatrix, and she was like, she has all kind of like government officials and judges and police officers and shit that like literally scheduled to meet with her so she could control them. Like they're so high up in power, they just want to be normal. They want to be controlled. You know, and I think more of this shit goes on behind the scenes.
Well,
And
yeah, but look,
that's why you got to
well,
be honest with your partner, because you might have some weird little things that you like or whatever. Everybody needs to be honest about that shit, especially if y'all are
no,
married.
we were talking about his situation. Like,
Oh.
I'm just saying people that are that high up. Like I believe
well,
a lot more of that shit goes on. Go ahead, man.
well, see, the part that I guess when we're talking about it from that angle is more so that, all right, look, he's the prime minister. There's business still going on that everybody else don't know, and regardless of what's happening in the country, he's doing everything that he can to protect his citizens. So I mean, for the most part, for the masses, yeah, it made more sense for until they could figure things out that everybody had to be on this this watch. And shit, I'm sure there's plenty of people who supposedly was at home, like they was having parties and shit too. Like I didn't sit down, you know what I'm saying? Like all through when the whole pandemic thing, shit, I was out. I was gone. Like I mean, shit, I'm not sitting around. And he the prime minister, so I think of any of all people, whether it's a party, because I mean, there's parties going on, but there's still business going on in a lot of cases, and people may not understand or realize that. So that's just it's just what it is. I mean, sometimes if you think you can do a better job, all right, you become prime minister and see how that plays out. You
Yeah.
know,
But this whole thing goes back to Brexit, because I want to say he was the one in there when they did Brexit. Was he in there? Or was it Margaret Thatcher? I think he took over after, but I think she was in there. Um. Anyways, the whole thing is freaking Brexit is a big problem. You know what I'm saying? And then they only did it really for racist ass reasons, and they suffering like a motherfucker. That's what's really going on.
well, I mean, everybody that's had racist views or um political ideologies and things like that, I mean, they're all suffering now because I mean, the gig is up. I mean, people are seeing through it and they're realizing like you know what's really real, a- and most people, a lot of people, are just not standing for it. But however, shit, there's as far as this is going, as far as this is concerned, I don't, like whatever he doing with his sexual stuff. I mean, hey, look, that's him. But when it comes to whether him going to a party or something, I'm not mad at him on that.
Yeah, man.
I
The
just
people playing grab ass all the time. It goes on in the restaurant, in the kitchen all day long. I mean, I don't know. Let me read some comments. It says Johnson has Johnson was so out of control that his cabinet had to start quitting on him before he finally resigned. He should have been gone 6 months ago. It says, "Hey, sometimes it's better to head for the hills while you still can."
well, nobody says that shit about Fauci or Biden. I
Uh,
mean, this was something that I'm sure they was following through the WHO or NIH or whoever. They was following, whatever they said was, I guess a worldwide thing that was being passed around. So why are you mad at him? Because he was able to, like, he told everybody what what laws what everybody needed to do to be safe, and he made a decision to I'm sure to still keep himself safe when he went to the party. I mean, or the event, shall I say? But
yeah, they're a mess over there. Just like we are over here, man. It's a kind of reflection, you know. The American politics and the British politics kind of like intertwine.
oh yeah, no, they're definitely like they. I would almost say they're one and the same. That may something my chief said, and that made me really think, because the original document of the for the Independence Day, the real document is missing. So if that document is missing, what does that really mean about these people that's here on this land? If they, legally only two people could sign it, and now they got a document that's got four people's signatures, like that's not a real contract, first of all. But okay, it doesn't have like all the like the important people that's supposed to be there aren't there. So it's really null and void. Like they're really not independent of Britain.
And never have been, even back when they tried to claim their independence.
But that's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like if that document, the original document that freed them from Britain, is missing, then
It's just,
what's
yeah. You're confusing everybody, Pat.
am I?
Let me move on. Let me talk about because I don't want to spend that much time on the UK. It's really kind of boring. I love the music though. I love the music coming out of there. Anyways, um, this is more interesting to me because I think uh, you always have little pieces to the puzzle. You know how people be saying you have to connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna connect the dots for you. You know how like when you look at they give like the kid the little thing and then they have to follow the numbers and it's like when you look at the dots and the numbers on there, you have no idea what it's gonna be until you start like connecting it, and then you can also do them wrong and then when you finally start seeing the picture, that's when you can go back and catch the ones you did wrong. It's like something don't look right in the picture right there, and then you notice that's you didn't do it right.
Yeah, do it in pencil and do it lightly.
Because but all of us feel like we confident enough to follow the line as far as 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5. It's not that hard. So you get on there all confident with your black ink pen and you then fucked it up.
And get a little distracted, and that's where you fucked up.
So yeah, so in the global events, you can't expect someone to connect the dots for you. You kind of got to do it on your own. But that's how you learn more information about what's going on and stuff like that. And then so it be it be certain incidents that happen around the world that be connected. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let me play this.
Back for a second day of protest despite an earlier crackdown. A meeting with the country's deputy finance minister, and then a march to the parliament, while the demonstrators demanded the government reverse what they called punitive economic policies.
Today, the ordinary Ghanaian is struggling to afford 3 square meals a day, not even 2 square meals a day, because we are suffering. From 14 Ghana cedis in 2016, the price of a gallon of diesel and petrol has galloped to a whopping 61 Ghana cedis. Today, the price of a bag of cement has galloped from 28 Ghana cedis to 62 Ghana cedis.
The rising cost of living is one reason demonstrators are on the streets, but organizers say they're also concerned about political corruption, increases in taxes, as well as alleged cases of human rights abuses by security forces. They say all these are combining to make life difficult for most people here in Ghana.
Members of parliament say they are aware of the country's growing economic and social problems.
We will do what is needful. The petition itself will thoroughly be debated on the floor of parliament and positions taken. But my first advice would be for the president to hold momentarily all petroleum-related taxes to save the lives and improve the quality of living of Ghanaians.
On Tuesday,
The petrol taxes is what they're talking about, right? Taxes on the petrol. Let me play some more. It's only 2 minutes.
As demonstrators clashed with police, who say at least a dozen officers were hurt and vehicles damaged. The demonstrators said police fired rubber-coated steel bullets at them and arrested dozens. Less than 2 years into his second term, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo is coming under increasing pressure. The economy is faltering, unemployment is rising, and inflation has reached its highest level in decades. Analysts here say the government and parliament must quickly act to calm an already agitated population. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Accra, Ghana.
Does any of that sound familiar to y'all? Hold on, let me go back to it. Were y'all listening? I done lost y'all again. Let me go back to it. I'm gonna read some comments. They are not happy about the inflation and the taxes on the petrol and shit.
What?
They're not feeling.
Come
Say
on,
word.
man.
They're not feeling
Man,
that.
look, I thought it was just dumb Americans that's, pissed off about that shit. I thought everybody else just said, "Oh, it's just a part of life."
Well, they take it to the streets and tearing shit up. So over here in the United States, we just taking it up the wazoo. Let me read the caption underneath the video. It says, demonstrators in Ghana's capital have gathered for a second day of protest against spiraling inflation and other economic woes after the first day ended in clashes with police and 29 arrests. Wednesday's protest kicked off at about noon GMT amid a heavy police presence. Hundreds had taken to the streets on Tuesday to denounce price hikes, a tax on electronic payments, and other levies amid an economic downturn. Police dispersed the authorized march with tear gas and water cannons after demonstrators turned violent and wounded a dozen officers, according to a statement. They arrested 29 demonstrators for attacks and damaging to property and were reviewing footage of the event to identify more participants. So what y'all think about that? I'm gonna read some more comments. Let me read some comments underneath the video. That was the caption, the one I just read, like the description. These are the people right here. It says, Ghanaians, we too soft and patient, and I keep wondering why. Man, does that not sound familiar to y'all? Like, all of this sounds so familiar.
Does it?
It's
I mean,
like,
I don't know really what to say because I'm like, I mean, bro, if this is not the signs for like, I don't necessarily want to say the exact words, but global interruption, a global people upset all over the world. Like I mean, bro, and and then the thing about it is, it was set up to be like this. It didn't have to be like this, but somebody took power and thought that in order for them to gain power, look, this is
It's
what
the fucking pinch. Boot on your neck. Now, what you gonna do, nigga? Let me read some more comments. It says, it's not easy living in Ghana today. Prices of commodities rises every day. We can't keep up with this. Another one, it says, the price hikes are crazy. It says, this is a country, Ghana, that imports even tinned tomatoes from Europe. How in a country with fertile land and plenty of rain import food? Now blaming their failure on Russia, Ukraine. Oh my God, does this not sound familiar, y'all? These are Ghanaians speaking.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's actually sounds way too familiar, you know. So that's
It's the Twilight Zone.
bro. I mean, say, bro, how long? Look, this is like how many months in? Like, how long have you been hearing me cry about this same shit? Like, I'm like, look, join the choir. Shit, I've been singing this song for shit since March, February, March.
Chicken head.
Let me,
Cause I mean,
man.
look, honestly, like, I mean, the way I'm reading it, like the people at the top of our government, or this, the U.S. government is pissed because nothing that they really wanted to get done, like the agenda that they were working on, like they couldn't get it. They couldn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? Because if right now things wouldn't be, they wouldn't be so pissed off if if that Build Back Better thing would have gotten passed. If that plan would have gotten passed, we would have been living in Wonderland because they wouldn't give a shit what we pay for fuel because they've gotten what they got. So now it's like, oh, we're gonna make you feel the crunch. Okay, this is what the world is like without you. You know what I'm saying? Going along with you know the okie doke.
This comment right here, it says Ghana has lots of oil. Ghana needs to stop borrowing money. Ghana opened up an African's Ghana bank, but the loaners for opening up this African's bank. Ghana borrows the money from the EU. When will these so-called African Union leaders wake up? Africa have everything. Come on now. Well, what I would say to that comment is, well, they killed the last person who tried to do that shit. His name was Muammar Gaddafi. Go ahead, comments.
Well, and see, that's one of the biggest problems is that, okay, like the people who have the political power, the might, the strength, and all that, the guns and all that kind of shit, the deceptive, people that's like a part of their life is being deceptive, is gonna do whatever they can to still control that situation. Because even if they didn't, because I mean, the biggest problem with Gaddafi was the fact that he not only could he control the oil and like other things, he was powerful enough, rich enough to actually get the shit done, and he had
That's
other
why he was scary, and he had actual, real gold, and lots of it.
yeah. I don't know who's running the whole, like, running, because you said Guyana, that's for whatever
Ghana.
reason, that Ghana, yeah, the name. Okay, all right, because it makes me think of South America when you said it. But yeah, Ghana. I don't know who's running the show over there, because I mean, you know, because it's almost like even if they try to refine their own, you know, their own oil and make gas and this, that, and the other, I mean, that's gonna piss somebody off. That's gonna, you know, in turn, you know, somebody gonna get their head knocked off. But I mean, I hate to say it, but like somebody's got to get enough political will to go on and weaken the European countries. What, you know, it's
Well,
it costs
it's
too
not
much for them to
really
put.
it's
It
not really
costs too much for
weakening
them.
them. It's really just strengthening, you know, their own networks and not relying on them. You know what I'm saying? For anything at all. Like that's what the argument is. It's like what the hell Africa need anybody else for really?
They
Like
they don't. But see, but that see that's that whole um slave mentality. Like I mean the colonialist mentality. Because okay, yeah, like y'all, they're the majority in their country, and most of the countries, like, because they're indigenous people too. Like that's the part that, like, it's crazy to me. Like y'all don't have to live under the governments that they set up for you. Set up your own damn government. All right, you know, I'm.
it's okay. It's okay. Don't get emotional. That like we listening.
Bro, like it really hurts my heart sometimes because it's really easy. It's simple, but when you know you've drank the Kool-Aid and you keep remixing like making the new batch, you know, just the way, you know what I'm saying. They come over, they create the Kool-Aid, you drink it, and then it's just like, oh shoot, I gotta have the Kool-Aid just like this from now on. This is the only way I'm gonna have my Kool-Aid is, and that's what's messing them up. Instead of them saying like, you know what, this Kool-Aid is getting kind of old. Can we try a different flavor? Or you know what, should we even be drinking Kool-Aid? You know, let's.
And I make the analogy of like you know, whatever food you ate your whole life. Like if you only ate stir fried shit your whole damn life, and it's a delicacy to you, and somebody try to give you a steak, you're gonna think it's fucking nasty or whatever. You know what I mean? Some real fresh food, and you feel comfortable with that, so you're gonna go back and eat that shit. You know what? You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's a horrible analogy, but y'all you
No,
get.
look, bro. Is no, I mean, I think most people get what you're saying, but however, it's just like it's redundant. Like I mean, it's the same thing over and over, and the same stories. Like I mean, we can go back 30 years and look at news stories and see the same shit.
Yeah, regurgitate it over and over with different talking heads.
Yeah, that's the only difference. And you know, before the 30 years, I mean, we might have actually had some real journalists that, you know, should end up getting rid of, giving them a severance package, because it's like, you know, no, we need to control the narrative more. So you know, we're gonna pay this person 700, 600, $700,000 a year to lie for us. And some of the really good liars, they're like, all right, you know what, they deserve about 4 or 5 million a year. But
I want to
bro,
go to Google Maps because the next video I'm gonna show is Uganda. So we was talking about Ghana. It's over
Uganda,
here.
I've heard a lot of different stuff about Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda, Rwanda, and the DRC. Um, I was using Ghana as the connection to basically the United States. And their reach, you know what I'm saying, the European Union or whatever you want to call it. But this is a little bit different right here. So with Uganda, Rwanda, the DRC, and this is big boy games right here. Like this is you know, everybody in the world, you know, all the major powers in the world got some interest in this. You get what I'm saying? That means China, probably Russia, United States,
You talking about
France.
because of the mines?
Right. So
Well,
fighting is breaking out over there, and
no
new
shit.
new fighting, and I think, like I
Sa-
say,
sa- Same fight. No,
yeah,
it's the same fight. It's just
yeah,
under a different, somewhat of a different, because I mean, really, these people, they've been, have their different minds, and because it's not just gold, because like they've just recently put into circulation or into a bank like $23 trillion worth of gold, actual gold. So that right there alone fucks up inflation around the world too, because this is actual, like, this is not fiat money, this is real fucking money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from that angle. And then plus, like, they have mines that they've taken these contracts from these people that was there, or no, they res- they stricken the laws for being able to mine, and none of the people in the country that were currently mining, like, they're looking for investors. Like, they can go in there and just start mining tomorrow if they had somebody to come through with the right, that'll can come and do the, have the right paperwork, the permits, and do all that stuff with the money, which is almost insane to me. Like, why wouldn't the country sponsor it themselves instead of bringing everybody into the, like, it's insanity, bro.
crazy, 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 crazy.
It's really insanity, because, like, yes, you can involve other countries but it's almost like it's to stir up problems.
Let me play some of this Al Jazeera. I think they break it down pretty good at the beginning of this video.
Whew. Like, see, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm stressing my, like, I was my
Blood
my
pressure.
well, I don't think I never really have blood pressure. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I deal with it so well, like, I don't really see it that way. My blood pressure never gets high, but, like, just the stress, and like, I do feel stressed to some extent, I guess you could say.
This show
And
tires me out every
that
time. I'm telling you, man. I be
that's
sweating when I get up
but
from this
that's
chair
but that's
sometimes.
but that's one of the main things that I was told through my doctor, like my homie, like, that's like, I do not allow anything to really get me upset, keep my patience, all that kind of shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, so let's
Yeah.
go with it. I'm gonna hang in here
This
for a little bit longer, but
this not that emotional right here. Check it out.
uh,
Oh shit, I'm not sharing. My bad.
uh,
I thought I was sharing. My fault, y'all.
I was waiting. I was like, okay, it's coming.
I pushed the button, but it was playing on the other screen, and when I'm looking at the other screen, I can't tell what y'all see.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Mohammed Jamjoom. More than 25 years after the First Congo War, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda are once again engaged in dispute. The Central African neighbors have accused each other of firing rockets across their shared border, including a strike that killed 2 Congolese children. This seems to have been triggered by fighting between the M23 rebel group and state forces in the east. Both Congo and the United Nations have accused Rwanda of supporting the M23 movement. The UN has urged all parties to immediately cease all forms of violence.
The region doesn't need a new crisis. Let's keep the channels of dialogue open at all levels, including at the community level, and help preserve the progress achieved in the recent years thanks to the various cooperation mechanisms.
The March 23rd movement, or M23, is also known as the Congolese Revolutionary Army. It's a rebel military group based in eastern areas of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, mainly in the province of North Kivu. Its leadership is made up of members of the Tutsi ethnic group. They say their aim is to fight enemy groups founded by Hutus who fled Rwanda after the 1994 genocide. The rebels merged with the Congolese army under a peace deal signed on March 23, 2009. But in 2012, they said the deal had not been upheld and broke away, naming their group the March 23rd Movement. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our guests in Accra. Come by.
Okay. So
I thought you said this shit was not gonna be stressful.
I'm sorry, bro. So it's like they finishing what they started, right? Like they gotta finish it, right? Like that's really what it is, the genocide. And then they picked the Tutsis a long time ago. I've looked at that and thought about it, and like the ethnicity difference is hard to see, but I would say the Tutsis tend to be taller. So like I don't know, maybe the height thing has a thing because with the Europeans and the taller Asians, like the tall Chinese people, like it's something, I don't know. There's some connection there too. What do y'all think?
I don't know. I'm not. That's not something I've really examined too much. I mean, I just think that. I mean, this is something that. Well, we talk about the tribalism and why there's so much issues that's still going on in those regions, in that region. It's like, bro, like y'all need to come up with a common idea. Like, look, like this, like drop the whole Tootsie, like become one people. To somehow y'all figured, like, I understand, like sure it's got to be somewhat tough.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really hard to. That's a tall bill.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like they allow people to come in and create this.
That's what happened. Yeah, they already had a bit of a issue with each other, but then these people came in and decided, hey, y'all gonna be in charge, and these people are gonna be the ones working and shit like that. And
Yeah,
it was
these are
like,
your slaves. Yeah, look, we like y'all, so y'all are gonna be the power. These people, they're gonna be your slaves, and they're all really the same kind of people because even some of them were even married to like
and
each
they all
other.
from the same little region. They're all from the same little area. Like and most people would not be able to tell them apart. The average person would not be able to tell them apart.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure, like to some extent, they probably like they know each other different because of social differences, or
It'll
like
be
you
the
said,
languages, you know what I'm saying, and then their
uh,
cultures, like the way they do
yeah.
things, like
But still, in all, I mean, the whole thing is that like Africa, like pretty much every region has its way of being rich, having its riches, and to finally like if they can get a certain group of people out of their business where they can actually negotiate and like, all right, you doing the work, this work, like what I'm saying, like organize something that can be fair for everybody.
yeah,
You,
because
you won't need
if
no
you're
lot. You won't need no borders. Y'all can actually work in peace together, regardless of what you call yourself.
yeah, so if you're the Tutsi and they come over and they say, okay, yeah, y'all the royalty ones, and yeah, those other ones just need to submit to y'all or whatever, and you're gonna be like, bet. That's, hey, we didn't like them niggas from the other side anyway. You get what I'm saying? But then if
Yeah.
you're the Houthi, you like, wait a minute, this some fucked up shit. Who the hell made y'all God in charge? Like, who made who? How y'all gonna just make a decision like that? You know what I'm saying? No, fuck that. So and then you've got this ethnic cleansing thing that happens, because that's just like what we talked about Hitler yesterday, and it happens in Africa too, within these different Africans, different ethnicities. That looks like, I say, from the outside looking in, we wouldn't be able to tell apart, but they can see it, and they're ethnically cleansing, and then they have support in it. So that's what makes it bad. Let me read the caption underneath the video. It says, more than 25 years after the first Congo War, The Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda are once again engaged in dispute. The Central African neighbors have accused each other of firing rockets across their shared border, including a strike that killed 2 Congolese children. This seems to have been triggered by fighting between the M23 rebel group and state forces in the east. Both Congo and the United Nations have accused Rwanda of supporting the M23 movement. So could this escalate to a full-blown war between two neighbors? So you have the other country supporting the rebel groups, basically keeping the fighting going and shit. That's getting robbed meanwhile. You know what I'm saying? Sidebar, the mine's getting robbed. They get mined by little kids, and all of the stuff goes to private companies for fucking pennies on the dollar, and the people of the DRC don't get to benefit from it really. Let me read some comments underneath the video. It says, as Rwandans, we really prefer to live in a peaceful community. We learned a lot from our past, and we don't have time to involve in conflicts as well. It can decrease our development. We need to build our country as well as develop it. We actually know that war destroys and doesn't contribute to the country's development. Dear lovely neighbor Congolese, besides being neighbors, we are friends, brothers and sisters. Let us end up this. Just calm down. Let us negotiate and find the best solution together. EAC means a lot to us. We need peaceful EAC, peaceful Rwanda, and peaceful DRC. That's nice that was the first comment underneath the video. But that's singing Kumbaya amongst bullets, rifles going off in the background. Oh shit. Let me read some more. It says the international community is most likely behind the curtain. Resources, everyone wants it. Bing, ding, ding, ding. That's what I'm talking about. Because, like we saying about the Houthi and the Tutsi, just that simple little thing right there, where you have outside forces that big up it's like if you had your cousin or whatever, you had a slight beef with your cousin for whatever reason, like, you know what I'm saying? He did something like he ate your sandwich or something, and you still mad about that shit. And then somebody else comes in the situation and bigs it up. You know what I'm saying? Escalates the situation where it was just a little thing that y'all was gonna probably argue about or whatever. But then when somebody else gets involved, now y'all stabbing and shooting each other. Somebody then gave the cousin a knife, and somebody then gave the other cousin a gun, and they also in their ear talking about, man, I heard he said this about you and this and that about you. He don't care nothing about you. That's why he ate your sandwich. He don't respect you. If I was you, I'd stab him. He deserve a stabbing. Am I losing y'all? I'm losing y'all.
That's crazy. Yeah. I always wondered about this shit, like with Africa and all of that, and how rich they are in resources. You would think it would make them the most powerful continent, you know,
Well,
with
they
with
are.
all of the resources, but it's like you got so many motherfuckers over there, bro, that's such sellouts, and that's the same issue that we have here in the states as black folks in this country, in the states. It's like, how can we truly all come together when you got motherfuckers that's willing to sell out for $1 million? You know what I'm saying? That's willing to sell out for to be able to ride around in a Rolls Royce, or with jewelry and bullshit on. The same shit that motherfuckers are dying for over in the DRC. When you got these dumbass motherfuckers going out here buying these Teslas, You know, oh, I'm doing my part. No, you're not. Yeah, you may be doing your part from what they're telling you over here, but do you realize how many lives were lost just to put that fucking battery pack in that Tesla over there in the DRC because they're mining for cobalt? That and all of this shit for the lithium ion batteries that's in these cars. Like it doesn't make sense, bro. Like for Africa to be as rich as they are, it looks and it appears because of European conflict, European interest and all of that shit. You know that's over there. Not just the Europeans. We can't forget about China that's over there. You know, they on
Everybody,
surface they make it look like, oh, we're helping these folks. We're building their communities, but at the same time, y'all are killing them at the same time. Y'all are robbing them of resources, and people aren't benefiting from it. China, United States, Europe, all of these other fucking countries that have any power, means of power.
yep.
Like robbing this country, it's like they continue, but at the end of the day, you got so many folks over there because they look at the Western world, they want to be rich. They want to have rich. They want to be
And you,
rich. They don't want to have to struggle, and they sell out. They sell their own people out, bro. And that's why
man,
you have these fucking racist ass white folks that'll make the statement to why y'all mad at us? Your own people sold y'all into slavery. Like
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I ain't gonna
it,
lie.
it's it's
You
nuts, bro.
definitely touched a fucking tender spot because that's what happens. They want the bling bling. You know what I'm saying? They want the new whip. So they, but when you grow up in poverty and you grow up without nothing, so I think that's part of the system. You know what I'm saying? When you make these people, you create conditions that leave these people like super desperate, and therefore you already know what they're gonna do. Like you can predict their behaviors because they hungry. So a hungry person, like you could predict their behavior. They're gonna freaking eat by any means. You know what I'm saying? And then when they've gone so long without and they've been deprived and they've been malnourished and neglected, then when they finally get something, then their attitude is going to be terrible and they're going to hoard it, and they're going to express it and put it in front of everybody's face and shine on people because they hurt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I think that's part of the system too, though. But I agree with you though, because at the end of the day, it always comes down to us stabbing each other in the back, man, for some bling bling, for some shine shine.
yeah,
Let me read some more comments because this one is really good. It says the North Kivu region holds rare natural resources important for emerging technologies. Look into the corporations interested in these resources to find the actual trigger of the new fighting. Another one, it says Congo is not only the heart of the world, but also the heart of the world. In short, I meant we cry together. I really do believe the Congo is the heart of the world. It's definitely the heart of Africa. And if you think about Pangea and how when all the continents were together, Africa is shaped like a heart, kind of. I don't know. That's what I think of.
Yeah, but I mean, the last argument you made is really the simplest and the most like it. That's the only thing that really adds up. I mean, like there's been people all across the planet forever. So like, what's the discussion? I don't know. But however,
Yeah. Well, we have to produce content. Let me read some more. It says even the journalist is aware that what's behind the war is just minerals. Kigali will never admit to support rebels because the command come from the West, but the regime in Rwanda is putting Rwanda vulnerable for the future. So that's what they don't care. Just like Ukraine. Have y'all seen the pictures of Ukraine? And it's like they really care about Ukraine. Ukraine is getting freaking destroyed, bro. And them steady giving them weapons and guns and shit is extending the war. Do they really think Russia's gonna lose this thing? Do you think Russia had any intention of losing this?
Bro, I don't know if all the stuff that they saying happened. I mean, some of the stuff I'm sure is happening, but they're not like some. It's been already kind of proven that at least a few things that they proved that they showed is not true about what's happening in Ukraine.
Yeah,
And that's
I saw those videos, but there's real pictures of the freaking buildings that have been fucked up because what happens is they hide out in those apartment buildings and shit. And then they, and stadiums and shit like that. And they got us like raid. You got to raid them up out of there. And you destroy the building in that process. And then they move to another freaking residential building and do the same thing again. It's like Russia is fighting like a guerrilla war. That's why you can't fight this kind of war with traditional weapons because there's too many civilians and they really care about the civilians over there. Even though the media is telling you otherwise, Russia is trying to cut soft. That's the reason why they're losing so many people. They've been losing a lot of people and they're like, oh, they're losing the war. They're losing a lot of people because they're going in this really trying not to kill civilians. Those are a lot of those Ukrainians are Russian. I think it was some more. It says, this is a comment underneath the thing. Another proxy war which bears no Rwanda or DRC interest. It is multinational and foreign countries fearing the admission of the DRC into East African community may lead into peace and tranquility in the DRC and control of minerals. Because the moment it's not fighting over there, the moment it's not fighting over there, then the people are going to be like, hey, we supposed to be they should be rich as hell. Anybody that lives over there, the people, the Aboriginal peoples, the peoples that live in these areas, they should be rich as fuck, right? Should they not? Should it be all kinds of jobs, all kinds of shit going on, people owning shit, and the materials can still get to around the world, but those people that live there should be benefit from it, right? I mean, like, who in the world feels like that's not fair? Apparently, these private corporations ain't feeling that idea. They like, how we gonna get rich then?
And then he's incorporating the technology.
This is emotional. Let me read two more comments. It says, now we begin to understand the issue. This deal of accepting refugees from UK is making spirits hot. Now they need to show that Rwanda is not a place for sending refugees. That's why the whole thing are turning around that point. That would be funny. Anyways, let me read another comment. It says, I hear some Congolese want their government to start a war on Rwanda. To fight Rwanda is a high costly. Remember, Rwanda has faced many countries, including Zimbabwe, Angola, Namibia, DRC, and others, wherein DRC and the perpetrators of genocide lived in DRC, but failed to defeat Rwanda. And at the time, Rwanda was out of genocide, does not have many soldiers, and it was poor. So now to fight Rwanda, you can't. If you make that mistake, you will regret it for the rest, of your life, because Rwanda was a well-trained, courteous, and respectful army. What the DRC soldiers can do is to commit genocide against the Kinyarwanda speakers in DRC, steal military salaries, and steal civilian property and rape of women. In Rwanda, there are generals and colonels with experience in fighting the wars of liberating Mozambique, Uganda, Rwanda, fighting DRC War 1 and 2. What the Congolese are saying is a dream by day. Rwanda is now peacekeeper in CAR. South Sudan and Mozambique and do it better. So now the power of Rwanda has multiplied many times over. We want peace. I was stunned when I saw one DRC soldier come and shoot in Rwanda to come and take over Rwanda. Would one soldier take over the country? This act showed that the DRC, they have no profession. They have sail in the command and control of the army. Then it's amazing how the DRC soldier had the cannabis to consume in his pocket. Drug addicts can't win. God bless DRC and Rwanda because they are neighbors and brothers and sisters. Yeah, man, it's just gonna be never ending because like they're saying, it's kind of like Afghanistan. Like you can't conquer Afghanistan. When has it ever been conquered? You know what I'm saying? Just like over there with Vietnam. When has Vietnam really been conquered, y'all? Freaking Rwanda. I mean, these people been fighting forever. Like like war is just another is a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But they benefit from it just being a mess, messing things up. The people want organized, they want peace, they want to be able to do commerce. You know what I'm saying? But it's tough to do that when it's bullets flying. Anyways, I feel like I done lost the whole audience. Well, let me this should work pad up. Let's play some of this.
According to part of the Argentine population in the 18th century. In 1778, according to a census by its Spanish colonial masters, Black people made up 37% of the total population of the South American country. By 1857, 79 years later, the Black population had dropped to 15%. Today, a greater population of Argentina is white. Only 5% of Argentina is Black, the lowest of all Latin American countries. As a matter of fact, their numbers have reduced drastically that it would be near impossible to see a Black Argentine in sports, journalism, politics, and so on. So, what led to the reduction and near eradication of the Black population in Argentina?
Oh, shit.
The history of Afro Argentines dates back to the 16th century when Black people, feet chained, were brought from their homelands in Africa to be traded as slaves in Argentina. At the time, Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina, had just been founded and trading was the main commercial activity. As the years went by, the numbers of slaves being traded in and out of Buenos Aires increased drastically. As of the 1600s, the slave trade industry had grown so much that about 70% of all trading in Buenos Aires involved importing slaves from Africa. It was only a matter of time before slave trading became a legalized trade in Argentina, extending far into the 1800s. Although the slave trade in Argentina ended in 1813, slavery itself lasted until 1853 before it was finally abolished. When one looks at Buenos Aires now, in its clothing of architectural and structural beauty, it is hard to imagine that it was once an ugly sight during the long years of the black slave trade and trafficking, which increased the black population in the colony. Data recorded in the 1778 census carried out in Argentina by the then Spanish colonial masters showed that about 30% of the people in Buenos Aires were black. By the time the slave trade was ended in the 19th century, Black people accounted for 1/3 of the Argentine population, even though many of them were descended from slaves and some were still in slavery. Not only were the Blacks a robust community, but they were also involved in and actively influenced the Argentine culture with their African ways. For instance, the popular tango musical style and dance, which was developed in Argentina, has its root traced to the African country of Angola.
Pause. I think a lot of people do know that, though. What do y'all think about that? comments. Argentina basically white now, and then the dance and culture, they still got the culture, but they're all white.
Don't really have much to say about it.
And the name of the video was How Argentina Erased Its Black People from History. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do a day show tomorrow, and then we'll cover we'll play some videos from earlier in the show and talk about the future of the show and analyze some videos and hopefully get some laughs. If y'all up for it, what y'all gonna be doing tomorrow? Working.
Oh, it kind of depends, cause like right now I'm struggling. I'm actually gonna go and exit, but yeah, I mean I like the idea of the day show. Hopefully I'm in a good position to be able to join, but I'm down.
What about you, Deuce? What are you gonna be doing tomorrow?
I'm more than likely to be at home. I'm actually about to have to jump off here. I gotta unpack the truck. Gotta take it to the mechanic shop. This sucker leaning the whole brand new truck. Fucking third time they replaced the front suspension on it. Something going wrong with it.
Huh.
I'll be at home tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even
I'm on.
sure I'm gonna do it because I gotta do something this weekend. So I'm definitely not gonna do one at night. So if I do one, it'll be it'll be earlier.
Yeah, just let me know.
Let me know, bro. I mean, shoot. Never know. I mean, I'll be at home. I don't think we're gonna be getting into too much anyway.
Yeah.
We got vacation coming up next week on the 19th, so I ain't looking to spend no money.
Yeah. I'd like to do a reflection show for the 1 year anniversary type stuff.
Yeah. Well, I got to give me a little bit of rest because like I'm gonna be up at like 4 o'clock, 4:30.
All right, man. Get you a nappy. That's only a nap.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. But
All right, man. Peace and
yeah,
love, man. Get you some rest.
for sure. Yeah,
All
y'all
right.
just let me know what's the plan.
All right. I'm gonna hit you.
All right.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wrap it anyways. Both of y'all jumping off anyways.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. Like I said, I gotta get my stuff out the truck, go to this, and then I gotta run it to our plant mechanics. Drop that off and close out all our paperwork for the week. So.
All right, man. Shit. Get you some rest. Enjoy the time with the fam.
Yeah, be right back at it Monday. So, we'll be right back at it Monday, bro. But yeah, definitely, man. Just hit me up or shoot me the message whenever you go live. I'll try to at least jump on. Shouldn't be doing too much tomorrow.
All right, man. All right, man. Then shit. Peace and love, you guys. Thank y'all for joining. Go ahead and then donate to my Cash App, King Chalk ENT. If you enjoy the show, appreciate the content, gonna keep it moving. And y'all get y'all some rest.